By the authority conferred on me as Vice-Chancellor, I hereby constitute this Assembly a congregation of the University of Cape Town.
Vugani, vugani, enhobani lele, vugani bo, vugani, vugani, enhobani lele, vugani bo, vugani, vugani, lele, vugani bo, nobody lele na, lele mama, lele mama, lele vugani, vugani, nobody lele na, vugani bo, hey, 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 mama, hey, 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 mama, hey, 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 mama, hey, hey, mama, Vuganibo, yele mama, nobody lele na, yele mama, yele ma, yele mama,
The national anthem will now be sung. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to invite Fizile Nkiwe, member of the SRC, to read the university dedication.
Good afternoon, all. At this time of national reflection, following the death of the father of the nation, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, and the celebration of his life, we, the members of the University of Cape Town, reaffirm our mission to nurture rational and creative thought and free inquiry, to strive for excellence in teaching and research, to educate for life, and to address the challenges of our society. We undertake to advance these ideals in the spirit of freedom and responsibility and through consultation and debate. We celebrate our founders, benefactors, and predecessors, those who have built the fabric and nourished the values of UCT. And we dedicate this celebration to continuing the work of our former president, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. To those of you who will graduate today, we wish courage and wisdom and purpose. To those who will leave the university to learn and work elsewhere, may you be sustained by those values which unite us here today and advance them in the world beyond. A love of truth and of learning and of this, our university. Thank you.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ama Ambush. And on the trumpet, Mike Blake. They performed for us Tula Sizwe and a South African medley, and I'm sure you will have recognized there Mbube by Solomon Linda and Pata Pata by Dorothy Masuka. And I should just mention that Ross Johnson, who leads Ama Ambush, will be graduating today. And also a round of applause for the singers from the South African College of Music, accompanied on the organ by Eben Wagenstrom, who performed Gaudiamus and the national anthem for us. Welcome to all the graduates. Welcome to the family and friends of the graduates. I know many of you have traveled from far away to be with us here today and to celebrate with your loved ones. And those of you who have come from afar, you are especially welcome. To the graduates of today, I would like to say that you are graduating at a moment which gives you a wonderful opportunity to reflect on how you will live your life from here onwards. In the days since the death of our first democratically elected president, you've held up to you an exemplary life, a life lived with courage, a life lived with integrity, a life lived in the service of others. And as you start your careers, as you stand at the beginning of your careers, let his life be a distant mirror for you. Ask yourself, as you come to important moments of decisions in your life, how will my actions be judged on that now still far away day when others will look back on my life? Will they say it was lived with courage, it was lived with integrity, it was lived in the service of others? Because of the fact that Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela dedicated his life to freedom, we are all now living in a free society. And many of you have been born free. But many of the things that he fought for still need fighting for today. We remain a hugely unequal society. And you have the opportunity to play a part in taking the country nearer to the vision that Nelson Mandela had for it, to fight against inequality and poverty. Seize that opportunity. Your university is very proud of you today. Make it your business to make us ever prouder as the time goes on. The Vice-Chancellor will now confer the degrees.
By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I admit to the degrees specified and grant the diplomas and certificates specified to the candidates who are recorded in the program as being in absentia. I shall now grant the degrees and diplomas and admit to the degrees specified the candidates who will be presented to me by the Dean.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you for the Advanced Certificate in Education in Adult Education, Nicolette Abramser. Deborah Ann Adams. Liesel Alexis Hendricks. Beulah Anita Jacobs. Eileen Teresa Leach. With distinction, Sharon Rose Wakefield. Joseph Garrett Wilson. Cheryl Sandra Weingard. In Education Management and Leadership Development, Nicolene Helga Krista Abrams. Ashley William Albertine. Zarina Shireen Barandilla. Patricia Normapelo Batyashe. Cheryl Charmaine Bolters. Abdul Series. Mariam Daniels. Mohanam Dal Das. Calvin de Kock. Jacqueline Crystal de Kock. A.B. Delport. Cynthia Ann Dodenberg. Nozipo Ursula Dondolo. Shannon Alicia Doolings. Leonard Isidore Erasmus. Nonkululeko Frida Haha. Belinda Imelda Thelma Groeneveld. Martha Isabel Groenewald. Elaine Jones. Nomqobo Felicia Komotsuana. Bradley Michael Kuhn. Nombulelo Joy Kwacha. Jacqueline Jane Lehman. Daniel Msus Leslie Leukus. Yokazi Mafu. Nolita Makaluza. Carlton Joseph Malchus. Lungiswa Ndingi. Monica Vuyelwa Ndingi. Zukiswa Charlotte Ndleleni. Anthony Douglas Mayer. Mandla Samuel Mfula. Ntombomzi Doreen Morrison. Zolani Victor Ndamani. Jongo Tolo Vuyani Ndima. Solila Ndlongwana. Mandisa Matilda Ngongo. Pumla Agnes Nkowana. Winiswa Sarah Nkulubalawa. Noma Kozazana Constant Nunkumana. Buliswa Nondudule. Nolutwe Denisia Nonkonyana. Sichilelo Zamalezini Ntamo. Louisa Georgina Oliver. Rodney Allen Page. Tyrone Fakili Peter. Aisha Pothita. Clinton Henry Powell. Ronald John Ress. Vuyelwa Yvonne Ratsibe. Rona Elizabeth Ray Ray. Janine Melanie Ricketts. Denver Robertson. Nadima Safadine. Victoria Noloyiso Sioyo. Lynette Nortando Sokacha. William Swartz. Bruce Tartus. Jikiwa Cynthia Toy. In mathematics, Ruchaya Abrams. With distinction, Michael Peter Curry. Melvin Andrew Duplessis. Nicolette Anthea Duplessis. Zaitun Mjedi. Charmaine Hemro. Lucian Bevan Jacobs. Imran Jakut. Novalon Neville Lester. Hondivenga Regis Mahama. Carla Anthea Jean Van Niekerk. In science with distinction, Maureen Renee Alice. With distinction, John Jacobus Arenzer. Hassant Muhammad Awaldin. Ricky Bartman. Reedha Benjamin. With distinction, Ilse de Villiers. Brighton Andile Dinginto. Malibongwe Dlepu. Brent Harold Dennis Felton. Lizo Neba Fikeni. Layusa Lorna Hercules. Nosi Yanela Jonas. Sitembeli Kamsholo. Nozuko Cynthia Klaas. Richard Vuyo Maseko. Fanuel Nhamo Maturuse. With distinction, Mishek Matigimu. Pumla Ndemka. Tabisa Ndepa Mbochowa. Deborah Kathleen Meyering. Nsikalelo Meshek Ngaju. Brian Sholton Mutadza. Noza Batini Veronica Potwana. Mkululi Ngaba. Sindisiwe Rosnith Sofa Fangisa. Notemba Patricia Tiluba. With distinction, Melanie Alethea Wentworth. Leon Christo Williams. For the Diploma in Education, Tabasili Joy Dlamini. Andre Gerhardus Engelbrecht. Clive Cabello Horo. Mpomotsi Hansi Leshaba. Kudu Jones Mashala. Pumzili Emelina Nora Mashishi. Onkropotsi Mbaiwa. Shahida Maniers. Moloke Jeffrey Moatsi. Veronica Musadi Wamaji Mokokong. Itlobochen Mokwena. Bongiwe Patience Pili. Mpo Presentia Romorobi. Samuel Temani Rampele. Catherine Refilwi Sape. Molofani Abram Shebe.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the Postgraduate Certificate in Education, in Further Education, Ashley Claire Bryant. Amy Tara Cogill. Devon Lawrence Harmer. Nadira Kathrada. With distinction, Rushka Masut. Khoitsoni Mokhomotso Moko. With distinction, Martha Elizabeth Oetkerk. Amelia Simonov. Yusra van der Schijf. In intermediate and senior phase, with distinction, Emily Sarah Aitken. Monique Anderson. Jennifer Sarah Armstrong. Samantha Megan Austin. Jamie Lee Bassett. Samantha Jade Botmar. Priya Chavda. Sherilyn Taryn Christie. Suzanne Danielle Kruger. Chloe Delaharp. Rebecca Kate Eloff. Lee Enfield. Tabisa Pride Hwatika. Mandy Hoffman. Christina Musakanya Jacobs. Amy Augustine Jenner. Megan Leith Jeppy. Amy Bell Klass. Mahamatwane Mali. Rebecca Kim McNaught. Anthony Ian Mitchell. Hannah Jane Muscat. Sarah Clover Nelson. Nkoshwa Luka Nkosi. Kerry Ann Packham. With distinction, Siobhan Michelle Pickett. Stephen Duncombe Ray. Andrea Joy Rowe. Aisha Sardin. Samantha Dale Shornovoff. Stephanie Felicity Shave. Keitumetse Makeda Andiswa Swan. Caitlin Rosemary Tuckness. Sarah May Utton. Lisa Danielle Williams. Kwayita Zotwana. In the senior phase in further education, Nabila Abrahams. Jasmine Badarun. Rachel Begbie. Frida Brown. Serena Bukridan. Jennifer Lee Butler. With distinction, Hannah Henderson Karim. Roxanne Dominique Eady. Fuad Felix. Nicole Rowan Phyllis. Peter Bernard Forsberg. Jamie Fraser. Amara Gafoor. Yusra Hamid. Kershia Govender. Matthew Stewart Graham. James Martin Hendricks. Samantha Hockey. With distinction, Jane Horsfield. Christine Margaret Huckle. Sade Janssen. Duane Yankees. Ross Peter Johnson. Amanda Juliet Kirby. Nicola Claire Lazenby. Philippa Ashley Lodge. Kate Makin. Gabrielle Marseille. Adrian Jean Matei. Nonhlanhla Motaung. Petunia Muteiwana. Simone Neft. Nobuko Mkaba. Kotula Professor Nchoncho. Danielle Rowe. Jinty Joelle O'Connor. Muhammad Yasin Rycliffe. Jay Salmon. Nolovuyo Sam. Simone Sarah Sussman. Leroy Jack Saville. Kim Dominique Slinger. Felix Petrus Spies. Rowan Malcolm Stutti. Anka Salome Teron. Amy Louise Thorpe. Ashley Francis Tobias. Amelia Claire Trigg. Dylan Filioun. Natalie Jessica Whitehead. Monique Zutphen. For the postgraduate diploma in education, Sanet Angloher. Berhilde Haindongo. Edward Kwaramba. Nadine Molengi Mangando. Lulama Nolene Unkondluana. Pumla Willie.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Education Honours, Yagya Abrams. Alfonso Douglas Apollos. Name Baker. Ursula Mary Barnes. Lindsay Patricia Dunn. Erica Hanneth. Elaine Lillian Hendricks. Bianca Vanelli Kleinschmidt. Nicole Conrad. Petrus Shihumbu Mbambo. Mila Balestent Moriana. Kelsey Ndlenda. Gay Potter. Dumile Samuel Prince. First class Roland Herman Rudd. Virginia Deborah Truta. Kelsey Whiting. For the degree of Master of Education in Education, Matthew John Jabulani Draper. In Educational Administration, Planning and Social Policy, Tsepo Majake. In Mathematics Education with Distinction, Nicole Aronsa. For the degree of Master of Philosophy in Education in Adult Education, Wendy Morrison. In Applied Language and Literacy Studies with Distinction, Mary Elizabeth Coombs. In Information Communication Technologies with Distinction in the dissertation, Ian Stewart Barber.
Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, I want to congratulate you on a phenomenal achievement. I think we should all give you one huge round of applause for what you've achieved. I also bring you greetings from our Chancellor, who is Mrs. Grasser-Machel, and who convenes the graduations when she can, and we understand why she's not with us today. We considered postponing the graduations in honor of her, but decided that with her support, we were celebrating a life, and we were celebrating the achievements of young people who Nelson Mandela was so committed to, and to education more generally, and that it was appropriate to continue with the proceedings and just to keep him in mind, looking over us as we celebrate this joyous day. Some of you have graduated from the University of Cape Town before because you're doing postgraduate qualifications. For some of you, this is your first qualification from UCT. And when you become a graduate or a diplomate or you have a certificate from UCT, you become a member of the University of Cape Town Convocation, the group of all past graduates, over 100,000 of them living all over the world, many in South Africa, and you play an important role in the continuity of the university, in ensuring that the traditions are carried into the future, but also that we change with the times and that we keep up to date. You do that through electing the Chancellor. You do that through electing members of the Council, which is the governing body of the university. You do that through giving us feedback on what you're doing and what you see about UCT that you may be happy or unhappy about. And we want to keep in touch with you with regular newsletters. So I plead with you to keep in touch with the university as your addresses change over the years and your work changes, to keep the alumni data up to date so that we can be in touch with you. And to always be proud of the university. You are our ambassadors. Our reputation depends more than anything else on what people think of you when you go out into the workplace. And they will judge you not only on the technical expertise, on the content of what you've studied here and what you put into practice, but much more on the values that you espouse, on whether you are visibly graduates of UCT who are committed to social justice, to reducing inequality, to many of the points that Professor Pfister, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, made at the start of this graduation ceremony. I won't repeat them. These gowns and paraphernalia and hats and capes that we put over you, we sometimes consider whether they're still appropriate in a modern era. Why do we continue with this sort of pageantry? It harks back to a medieval period. Surely we should move on already. At the very least, we should abandon these traditions which have European and colonial connotations. But in fact, when we test that, the students say, no, we should keep it. And when we test it with the public says they want to see this sort of dress, this sort of ritual, because it represents something different in society. It represents a sort of authority, like the authority of the church, or the authority of the courts, or the authority of government, or of royalty. Those are the people who also wear these gowns and hats. But this authority is a different authority. It's an authority based on science and knowledge and rational thinking. And I urge you, as you go out into the world, again, many of you work already, as you wear the badge of honor of UCT, to make sure that you put into practice that authority, that knowledge that is based on rational thought, on evidence, and on sound moral values. Congratulations not only to you, but finally to your parents and friends and spouses and children who have seen you through these studies. We know how hard it is for families when their loved ones are studying, especially if they're working and studying. And we, on behalf of the university, express our appreciation to you for having supported them. Congratulations.
We've come to the end of the graduation ceremony, and in a few moments, the Vice-Chancellor will dissolve this congregation of the University of Cape Town. And when he does, the platform party will process out of the hall. May I ask you to remain standing until the procession has left the hall? And may I also ask all the new graduates to join the procession as it processes out of the hall? And please let us process right down to the bottom of Jammy Steps, because if we stop halfway, we keep the rest of us inside the hall. So please keep on going till you get to right down to the bottom. All of you, the graduates and your family and friends are invited to the function in the Leslie building. That is when you get to the bottom of the steps and you turn right. It's right on the far end of University Avenue on the right-hand side. You will see it. The Vice-Chancellor will now dissolve the congregation. Please, will you stand?
By the authority vested in me as Vice-Chancellor, I now dissolve this congregation of the University of Cape Town.